Good morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. We have the markets mostly lower, but meal is gaining a little bit on soybean oil. Outside markets, stock market's higher in front of the Fed action. Got the dollar lower because of an emergency meeting that's called in Europe about the economy, especially the Italian bonds. And also you've got the crude oil market down on talk of President Biden asking refineries to increase production, and the talk of a Senate bill that would increase taxes on oil companies here in the U.S. As far as the grains are concerned, I think, again, weather is something that people are looking at. The next 2 weeks, we've got mostly warm and dry conditions across the Midwest. There was some scattered showers in Iowa overnight. They might get a few more Friday night and next Tuesday night. On the 30-day outlook, there's a ridge in the eastern Rockies and southern plains, which keeps rain going over the top in the Dakotas and Canada and coming down into the Great Lakes and the eastern Corn Belt. The further south and west you go, the drier it is. So just kind of have to look at states like Nebraska, maybe southern Iowa, Kansas, and then the Oklahoma, Texas areas as the driest spots in the country over the next 30 days. And then we'll see how much rain states like Iowa, Western Illinois, and the Delta gets, Missouri, in this type of forecast. Doesn't seem like the market is, focused on the weather right now as much as you would think, given the hot and dryness conditions we have right now. Certainly there is a debate out there that maybe the spring planted crops are benefiting from this heat, and that if we can get some showers down the road, it would keep the crop ratings high as they are. As far as demand is concerned, you're seeing the soybean spreads lose ground because of concern about downtime in the crush, and also concern about China import demand with more COVID restrictions. You also still have the inverse in the corn market with basis to feeders, ethanol plants, and exporters strong. Yesterday there was some stiff buying on word that Argentina and Brazil might increase their corn use for ethanol. And we'll have an ethanol report today to see what production stocks and margins are doing. Over in the wheat market, again, there was talk about Biden having some kind of temporary storage facilities in the western border of Ukraine to try to help move grain out of Ukraine to the west. No timetable, no cost, and no approval on that, but it is shaking up the market a little bit. We also understand that maybe as soon as this week, Biden might relax China import tariffs to try to help fight inflation with higher supply. Right now, though, the Fed could raise rates, but that probably would not affect food, fuel, or wage inflation. So a big day for the Fed, big day for the central bank, and the grain markets are kind of waiting to see what kind of weather unfolds in July, and what the USDA says in the last day of June for stocks and also for acres. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. Remember, always treat people like yourself would like to be treated.